Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into something truly special, rare photos of the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, that you've probably never seen before. These images capture moments from her life that tell a story beyond the stage, beyond the spotlight, and reveal the woman behind the legendary voice. From her early days to her rise as a global icon, these photos are like a time machine, showing us glimpses of Aretha's world that are raw, real, and deeply personal. So, stick with me until the end because we're going to uncover some untold stories that will leave you amazed. Let's get started. First, let's set the scene. Aretha Franklin wasn't just a singer, she was a force of nature. Born in 1942 in Memphis, Tennessee, she grew up surrounded by music, faith, and struggle. Her voice could shake your soul, but her life was so much more than the hits we all know, like Respect or Natural Woman. These rare photos we're about to explore show sides of Aretha that the world rarely saw. They're not just snapshots, they're windows into her heart, her challenges, and her triumphs. And trust me, you're going to want to see every single one, so keep watching until the end for the full story. Let's start with a photo from the early 1950s. Picture this, a young Aretha, barely a teenager, standing in a church with a microphone in her hand. Her eyes are bright, her smile is shy, but you can already see that spark, the one that would light up stages for decades. This photo was taken at her father's church, New Bethel Baptist in Detroit, where Aretha first started singing gospel. Her dad, Reverend C.L. Franklin, was a famous preacher, and his church was a hub for music and community. In this image, you can feel her energy, like she's about to belt out a hymn that would bring the house down. It's a reminder that before she was a star, she was a kid with a gift, singing for her faith and her people. Now, let's jump to another rare gem. This one's from the 1960s, when Aretha was just starting to make waves in the music world. In this photo, she's in a recording studio, headphones on, eyes closed, completely lost in the music. Her face shows this mix of focus and passion, like she's pouring every ounce of herself into the song. What makes this image so special is that it captures Aretha in her element, before the fame really hit. She wasn't the Queen of Soul yet, just a young woman trying to make her mark. This photo reminds us how hard she worked to get her voice heard, fighting through a male-dominated industry and personal struggles to become a legend. Speaking of struggles, there's another photo I want to share, and this one hits deep. It's from the late 1960s, and it shows Aretha sitting quietly at a piano in what looks like a small apartment. She's not smiling, and there's this weight in her eyes. This was taken during a tough time in her life. Her marriage was falling apart, and she was dealing with the pressures of fame. You don't often see Aretha like this, vulnerable and reflective. It's a side of her that wasn't always in the headlines, but it's so important. This photo shows us that even the strongest voices have moments of doubt, and it makes her journey all the more inspiring. Let's move to something a bit lighter, a candid shot from the 1970s. Aretha's on stage, mid-performance, her arms outstretched, her face glowing with joy. She's wearing this iconic sparkly dress, and the crowd in the background is going wild. This photo captures what made Aretha so magnetic. It's not just her voice, it's the way she connected with people. You can almost hear her singing Chain of Fools or Think in this moment. It's a reminder of why her music still feels so alive today. She wasn't just performing, she was telling a story, and every note came from her soul. You're going to love how this image brings her energy to life, so stay with me. Now, here's a photo that's really rare, a family moment from the 1980s. Aretha's at home, surrounded by her kids, laughing over what looks like a board game. This isn't the glamorous Aretha we're used to seeing. She's in a cozy sweater, her hair pulled back, just being a mom. It's such a beautiful, humanizing moment. Aretha was private about her family life, so photos like this are hard to come by. They show us that behind the awards and the sold-out shows, she was a woman who cherished her loved ones. It's a side of her that makes you feel like you're getting to know her all over again. Let's fast forward to the 1990s for our next photo. This one's from a quiet moment backstage, where Aretha's sitting with a cup of tea, looking out a window. There's something so peaceful about this image. By this point, she was a global superstar, but this photo shows her taking a moment for herself. It's a reminder that even icons need a break sometimes. Aretha faced so many challenges, health issues, personal losses, but she always found a way to keep going. This image feels like a quiet pause in her incredible life, and it's one you won't forget. One of my favorite photos comes from the 2000s. Aretha's at a charity event, surrounded by young musicians she was mentoring. She's got this proud, almost motherly smile as she watches them perform. This photo is so special because it shows Aretha giving back, passing her wisdom to the next generation. She wasn't just a performer, she was a teacher, a trailblazer, who opened doors for others. This image captures her legacy in a way that's bigger than music. It's about her heart and her impact on the world. As we wrap up, let's talk about one final photo, and this one's a real treasure. It's from 2015, just a few years before Aretha passed away. She's at a small jazz club, sitting in the audience, clapping for a young singer on stage. Her face is full of pride and joy, like she's seeing herself in this new artist. This photo sums up everything Aretha was about: love for music, support for others, and a spirit that never faded. It's a perfect way to end our journey through these rare moments, don't you think? Wow, what a ride! These photos show us Aretha Franklin in ways we don't often get to see: her struggles, her joys, her quiet moments, and her unstoppable spirit. I hope you've loved discovering these untold stories as much as I've loved sharing them. If you made it to the end, thank you, you're the real MVP. Make sure to stick around and watch this video until the very last second for all the feels. Drop a comment below and let me know which photo was your favorite, or if you have any Aretha stories of your own. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.